What if the playgrounds of our childhood were turned into battlegrounds? What if the laughter of a child was replaced by the deafening sound of gunfire? The harsh reality is, for millions of children around the world, this is not a hypothetical scenario. It's their everyday life. In the face of war, children's rights are often the first to be violated. Consider a case from an unnamed country where a drone strike mistakenly targeted an aid worker's vehicle. The strike led to the loss of innocent lives, including children. While this case might be considered an accident, the consequences were devastating for the children involved. They lost their lives in a war they didn't understand, let alone have a stake in. Another grim violation of children's rights in war zones is the use of sexual violence as a tactic of war. This includes acts of rape, enforced prostitution, enforced sterilization, and sexual exploitation. An anonymized case study from 2016 to 2020 reveals that girls were victims in 97% of cases. The stigma around sexual violence means it's an underreported issue, yet it continues to haunt conflict-ridden regions. Imagine the fear and confusion a child must feel when forcibly removed from their home. Abduction is another prevalent violation against children in wartime. Boys accounted for about 3/4 of verified instances of abducted children, but girls are also at risk, often for the purpose of sexual violence and exploitation. Once abducted, these children may also face other grave violations such as killing, maiming, or recruitment into armed groups. Lastly, let's not forget the denial of humanitarian access for children. This violation involves the intentional deprivation of humanitarian assistance essential for children's survival. Between 2005 and 2022, there were more than 315,000 grave violations related to the denial of humanitarian access for children. In conclusion, war is a devastating environment for everyone involved, but it's particularly tragic for the world's most vulnerable citizens, our children. From being caught in the crossfire of armed conflict, subjected to sexual violence, abducted, or denied necessary humanitarian aid, children in war zones face unimaginable horrors. It's our collective responsibility to raise awareness, advocate for their rights, and strive for a world where no child has to experience the brutality of war.